that's a 2-week supply. So it goes by body weight, just like
that's another question I have. What is this? I'm seeing record numbers of women miscarrying, and then I was reading that the pharmacies. What do you call the pharmacies, doctor, where they take the old-fashioned things and actually prepare it there? And
compounding pharmacies?
Yes, a compounding pharmacy. And, of course, these are run by medical doctors. And I was reading how they have this hormone they give women naturally where it's stopping women having the miscarriage, and it's working, but the feds are coming in and trying to stop them from doing it. I mean, what's happening there?
Well, when women have miscarriages, almost always, I'd say about 99% of the time, they're malnourished. They don't have enough vitamins and minerals. They have enough calories, they have enough protein maybe, but they don't have enough vitamins and minerals. And there's another little piece in there. I don't know how many people know this out there, but Mayo Clinic came out with a report in 2009 that said 30% of Americans are gluten intolerant. And when you're gluten intolerant, Alex, your intestines look like you've been eating poison ivy for salads. It is ugly, and you cannot absorb nutrients even if you're supplementing with them. And this is what's causing all the miscarriages, because people are told to eat more whole grains, and human beings were never really meant to eat whole grains. That's why we're the #1 obese nation in the world.
And then isn't that also linked, the gut being inflamed, to the increase in colon cancer?
You got it. Exactly. Again, you're very perceptive. The processed meats with nitrates, nitrites, the fried foods, the oils, and then you throw in the mix the gluten from the gluten intolerance, from wheat, barley, rye, or oats. I mean, you don't have to give up beer because you've got these gluten-free beers by Anheuser-Busch. You know, you got the rice beers from the Orientals. My wife is Chinese, so if I drink beer, it's the rice beer. And I'm telling you, if we stay away from all these whole grains, it's the wheat. And you know about the GMO stuff. You throw in the GMO factor to whole grains, you are in big trouble.
Absolutely. Thank you, caller. We're going to go to break and come back and talk to Teeny, Scott, Marilyn, Vanessa, and Chris in this next segment, the next short segment. And then I'm going to get into Pistoli, Mr. Pistol, TSA, gropers being trained to specifically target your crotch. You can't make that up. Also, we're going to get into Obama going after the churches, saying they've got to pay for abortions, birth control, and hire people that aren't Christians. Feds have no jurisdiction in churches, folks. Read the First Amendment. We're going to get into a bunch of news coming up after the doc leaves us. InfoWarsTeam.com. I want to thank all of you for your support as well. All right, let's hurry through your phone calls now here. Let's talk to Teeny in Indiana. You're on the air with Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hi, I just have a story to tell you. At the beginning of the month, my husband was diagnosed with a glioblastoma tumor in his brain, about the size of a baseball. He was in the hospital for about a week, and he was home, and they wanted to do seed treatment on him, but he refused to do that, any of their treatments. So we got on your site, Alex, and we ordered the brain and heart pack, and that came yesterday, and we started taking that. Then we also got a hold of Dr. Glidden, and he ordered us a bunch of other stuff to go along with that. So my husband's been taking it since about 4 o'clock last night, and then again around 11 o'clock last night, and then again this morning, and then again this afternoon, and he's already got more energy.
Well, who knows what's going to happen with a tumor that size, but we'll definitely pray for him. All I know is that the brain is made up, the solid part, mainly out of cholesterol. And they know full well that these statin drugs are destroying people. But my goodness, wow, a tumor the size of a baseball. Let's go ahead and talk to Chris in Mass. You're on the air with Dr. Wallach. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. Go ahead.
It breaks my heart to hear that last caller. My father-in-law just died a few months ago of the glioblastoma, so my prayers definitely go out to that last caller.
By the way, a lot of brain tumors are up because of the cell phones. It's just they're... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. So I have a comment real quick and a question for Dr. Wallach. My comment is I started using the Alex Pack about 2 months ago, and I'm a singer-songwriter who's constantly gigging all the time, and I'm also a hockey coach, so I'm always staying in good shape, but I could never get below 200 pounds. And I started taking the Alex Pack, and I swear to God, in 2 months I've lost 25 pounds.
And see, it's never even been advertised as weight loss. But that's what we've discovered, and that's what happened with Aaron, is that you're starving, and now it can be midnight, I'm working, I'm really hungry, and I go, bam, tangy tangerine, and boom. I mean, I go to bed, I feel great, because my body got what it needed. Dr. Wallach.
You're exactly right. When you have cravings, when you're hungry, your body's really looking for nutrients, not more calories. So when you use the Alex Pack, when you use the tangy tangerine instead of a soft drink, instead of a cookie, you will lose weight and you'll be healthier.
It's amazing. Wow, so you've lost 20-plus pounds in a couple months.
I mean, like I said, I'm out performing all the time. I performed at Liberty Love Fest, Ron Paul event just a couple months ago, and I'm always active. I'm always working out. I could never get below 200 pounds. As soon as I
hey, that's cool. Tell folks about your music or what you're doing. Tell folks about your website.
Sure. It's chrisrossmusic.com. You can find me on Facebook. My Twitter is Chris Ross Music. I actually perform with Jordan Page and a few other artists.
Well, that's exciting because listen. I knew longevity was good, folks, and I started getting into it over a year ago, but I was barely promoting it because I'm like, yeah, it's good. You need the minerals. Yeah, okay, here it is. And I told everybody else no with nutritional stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this looks good. I'll promote this. But when I saw Aaron and then my wife and then my mother and all this stuff, I finally did it, and boom, had a big effect. But I got to be honest, Dr. Wallach, I've lost 40-plus pounds, but now it's stopped. And, of course, that's nothing to complain about. And I'm not working out as much because I'm working too much. So I guess I've just got to work out as much as I was. I was working out the same amount and not losing weight. Then I started doing tangy tangerine and all this, lost a bunch of weight. But now I've kind of cut back. I guess I've answered my own question. I need to go back to working out, or how do I lose more weight?
Okay, well, there's two ways. Number one, you could take more minerals. Just add a bottle of plain minerals or cherry mints to your regimen. Take 2 ounces of that a day, be 2 quarts a month. Or we have what we call ASAP, as slim as possible. So actually you can put a dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes before
That'll
each meal.
accelerate it. Stay there. Tell me more about that. Dr. Wallach's with us for 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to come back in News Blitz and take your phone calls. Let's go ahead and talk to Vanessa in Oregon. You're on the air with Dr. Wallach. Go ahead.
Hello. I've had, since I was 14 years old, digestive problems. Like at 14, I stopped being able to eat dairy, some fruits, vegetables. Basically, I could only eat bread and rice. And I still, to this day, I can't eat a full meal. And it's horrible. And I was wondering if you had any ideas about that.
Do you have any skin problems like eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis?
I just started getting psoriasis a bit.
Yep. Do you have any history of chronic bronchitis or asthma as a kid?
No.
Did you have constipation or diarrhea?
Sometimes.
Of course. It goes along with the psoriasis thing. Yeah, you have a gluten intolerance. What I'd have you do, if you're going to eat bread, it's got to be gluten-free bread. You cannot have wheat, barley, rye, or oats in any form. No oatmeal for breakfast, no cereals, and none of that kind of stuff. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats. You can have rice. You can have baked sweet potatoes with butter. You can have squash with butter. You can have all the vegetables. Make sure no processed meats, because not only do they have nitrates in them, but they also have wheat in them as filler. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats. You take the Alex Pack appropriate for body weight, 1 Alex Pack per month per 100 pounds of body weight. You will be a new woman. The psoriasis goes away. Guess what? No more diarrhea, no more constipation. You will be a new woman.
And Alex, I had one question for you. I'm a hardcore info warrior, always doing my research every single day. And I just started the blog, and I was wondering if I could invite females especially, because I don't know a lot of female info warriors that are way into it, to contribute. And guys as well, if you have any sort of writings or art or anything you'd like to contribute, I would love that.
We are going to tomorrow launch officially the big social network where you can link and post your artwork, your articles, everything. And we absolutely want to get women more involved in the info war. And I'm going to try. I'm getting some reporters together to start doing daily shows that'll kind of host like a Washington Journal show where people can call in and just call after call after call and just go over news that way. Like earlier, I had a bunch of great callers holding, and I had to let them go so you guys could get on with medical questions. That way, I've got a bunch of shows I want to launch. I've got a bunch of reporters we're trying to hire. We've just gotten to that final level of growth where we're about to be able to hire more people and do it all, but it's also a money issue. And so what I do is I promote products that I believe in that help people that also finance our operation. I believe in win-win. That's why I sleep so good at night. That's why I promote longevity via InfoWarsTeam.com. So, yes, we are wanting to empower women. God bless you. Let's talk to Marilyn in Texas. Go ahead. You're on the air with Dr. Wallach.
Thank you so much. Dr. Wallach, I'm calling about my husband who's had chronic diarrhea for about 3 months, going on 4. He has abdominal pain after he eats. He has headaches at the back of his head and vertigo. And we've gone through blood tests, even an ultrasound of his abdomen, and everything is normal. But he's getting weaker. He's lost more than 11 pounds.
Okay, that's very good because you've eliminated cancer and other evil things, right? So what that tells you is, well, yeah, if they've done all these tests, believe me, if there's anything that remotely looks like cancer, doctors are going to glom onto it. So what I would do is get him on a gluten-free diet. If you go back to when he was a kid, ask him if he has his appendix out. Do you know?
No, he hasn't.
Did he have his gallbladder out?
No, he's got one.
Did he have asthma?
No.
Okay. I would get him on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats. That means oatmeal for breakfast, things like processed meats that are fillered with
he's got to go on a total health food diet, and he's got to, as Dr. Wallach was just saying, he's got to not eat GMO, too. A lot of this is GMO. This is what it does to the rats and things. Dr. Wallach, incredible job. Look forward to having you back up soon. InfoWarsTeam.com if people want to find out more. And they also have a number you can call if you have any questions there on the site. We'll be back with a news blitz and more of your phone calls. This is Al. All right, I'm going to go into the news and your phone calls. The toll-free number to join us in this hour is 800-259-9231. Again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Look, people look for silver bullet solutions. Something simple, arrest David Rockefeller or arrest the Queen of England, everything will be okay. Those are just figureheads on institutions of corruption. You only see a tiny bit of the iceberg. It is a philosophy of liberty and populations that will not go along to get along, who will resist tyranny by speaking out against it, by not giving your consent, by exposing it, by getting noisy, by not being spectators. I was looking at the state laws. Most states have already thrown out the laws they had previously or watered them down, where police could literally just take any money they wanted out of your car and say it was associated with drugs. To the point of they were doing it to even old ladies and reached so far that they reversed it. But a lot of states still have it in place, like Tennessee, New Jersey, Kentucky. There's quite a few. And it's now gotten to the point where every day I'm reading about police even grabbing $1,000 out of somebody's purse when they pull them over. Or in the case of Michigan, saying, give me your cell phone. You hand the cop your cell phone, they plug it into a machine and download all the contents, photos, everything. Or they have wireless systems that grab it off. Google's been caught doing that. That's flagrantly illegal. But they just do.